So when Rick Riordan brought up this topic in Percy Jackson, I read the novel patiently. I even have the full collection of it back home. Next is, and from mystery genre, it comes from my favorite writers, which are Agatha Christie and Mary Higgins Clark. I've read several novels from them, and it were really amazing. And it's been a really long time, but as I remember from Agatha Christie, there are After the Funeral and Problems at Valencia Bay. And from Mary Higgins Clark, there are A Cry in the Night, also The Cradle Will Fall. Besides adventure and mystery, I also sometimes do like to enjoy a classic novels. And the one that I love the most is The Phantom of the Opera, or the original title is Le Phantom de l'Opéra. It's a French translated novel. And what's so classic about it is it's written in 18th century, so it's really authentic. You can really feel the thick atmosphere of classic vibes, French, classic vibes of old French society. And as you guys all can see here, that all the novels that I've read is a translated novel. And it's not because of I look down on Indonesian novelists or Indonesian writers, but first it's because my aunt, a person that I look up for novel recommendation, is a translated novel lovers. And the second one is because when I was childhood, Indonesian novels is not really booming or popular, so it's become my habit to read translated novels. And there is, and when I love Indonesian novels, my budget ran tight to just even buy a book. So I ran to Wattpad or ebook. I know what you guys think about Wattpad. It must be a really cheesy love story between boy and girl, bad boy and girl, or a famous CEO and a poor girl, but actually, if you go for another genre, you can find a talented writers and also a unique storyline. Next is when reading becomes interesting. So if I'm not mistaken, it was started when I was 9 years old. So when I was 9 years old, I lived with my aunt. I always see her read a book every day. It's either a textbook, a crafty book, or a novel. And one day, I was just like really curious about what's so good about this book that contained less picture and more text. So I took one of her novels and I read it. It was a mistake actually because that novel is a teen to adult novel which contained a little bit of heavy language. So when she came back from work, I told her, I didn't get it. What's so interesting about this book? It's just really plain and weird. And then she took that book from me and she brought me to the bookstore. And in that bookstore, I found this book, 365 Bedtime Stories from Disney. So this book basically contains 365 bedtime stories where parents can read their kids to sleep for a year. And because in Indonesia, it's rarely a parents want to read their kids to sleep, and my parents didn't want to do it either, so I read it myself. One page every night until the next night. I'm really curious and wonder about the next page. I read 2 pages and then 3 pages, 4 pages until I can finish it less than a month. 3 months. Less than 3 months. So basically, book or reading is my friend. They are accompanying me growing up. It went from a hobby where I love to read. It went from a hobby where I love to do it and it makes me happy to a habit where I have to do it to feel happy.